all you out there in YouTube land, this is Translator10 and I am back with an action figure review. Now, I have stated when I put up my Dark of the Moon Ratchet review that I was going to start doing Transformer reviews, if the demand was met. Well, I wouldn't say that I got a lot of requests for doing Transformers reviews, but I know that there are fans out there, and I really want to do them. And since that video made more than 100 views, I figured there's some interest. So, starting off with my Generation 1 reviews, I'm starting off with my favorite Transformer of all time. Not Optimus Prime. Actually, he probably is my favorite Transformer of all time, but my favorite of all Generation 1 Autobots is Prowl. Named after police cars of that era. Before they were called police cruisers, they were called Prowl cars. So the name fits. He is a very lovely Datsun 280Z, which would later be bought out by Nissan. Highway Patrol, Police, and of course he is pre-rub. I was only going to get a Prowl if he was pre-rub, because I never liked having his rub sign right there. Why they couldn't put it on there, or right there they could have put it. I mean, geez, they could have even put it like right there. But no, they had to put it right there. God. It just cluttered up his hood. So, anyway, I got a pre-rub Prowl. I'm happy with him. Another interesting thing of note, the original Japanese cars had Diaclone drivers. And I happen to have one! That's right! Many Transformer reviewers don't have Diaclone drivers to show off what they meant, but I do! This was originally given to me from my cousin when he gave me all of his Transformers hand-me-downs. And when I was packing up my old house and leaving, I happened to have found this little guy in a dresser drawer. So I was like, woohoo! So, he fits right in this little spot where the little belly catches on. He goes right there. Boom, boom, boom. He fits very snugly. And of course, move this up and boom. So, that's Prowl in vehicle mode. Rolls very nicely. He's got nice rubber tires. Woo. Very authentic to the times. I'm not sure if they use Datsun police cars in Japan, where this guy came from, but whatever. We got a really cool Autobot from it. To transform him, of course, take this little guy out. We fold him. He is a bit loose. Doors fly open. Stand up. Fold out like so. Oh. There we go. There we go. Fold the hood down to expose the robot head. Pull that up. Belly catches up and then down. Stand the robot up. And of course, move the arms back and like so. Kind of tricky doing this behind the camera. There we go. There's Prowl. He is a bit loose up in here. So one of these days I am going to get another Prowl, a better Prowl. Oh, and also pull that apart. This Prowl also suffers from fallen arches. Not sure if, because I got him unused, supposedly. I mean, I applied the stickers and everything. So, I don't know if he was ever, like, really played with or not. Or maybe because since he's a pre-rub example, that maybe his arms are loose because of that. And maybe the same as that. I don't know. I haven't really taken them apart. He also comes with some accessories. His acid pellet gun. The same gun that would later be used by Blue Streak and Smokescreen, but with very different uses. And 2 missile launchers with 3 missiles, but I'm only showing 2 because why show the third one? They've also got these little pegs here, and if you may have noticed, Prowl's got 2 holes there. Well, that's where we put the missiles. Whatever, Prowl. Like I said, this guy is very loose. One of these days I'm going to get me another Prowl. I don't buy reissues either. I don't like reissues. Because reissues take a... They claim to be, you know, Generation 1, but they're not. They're like Generation 1.5 or something. Generation 1.2, you know. And there's Prowl. In his robot mode. Why do I keep saying vehicle mode when he's obviously in robot mode? This guy was the absolute perfect. I mean, he's perfection all the way around. He looks awesome in a vehicle mode, and he looks just as awesome in his robot mode. It was used very often in the television series up until the Transformers movie, which he was killed off by Scavenger. Gotta keep myself together. He's very symmetrical. Except for the doors. God, he's freaking fallen arches. Yeah, like, I definitely need another Prowl. So, I mean, even when you turn him around, he looks just like his animation model. Except for the head thing. Up. There we go. So even when he's turned around, he looks just like he did in the cartoon. Except for maybe this was maybe filled out a little bit, so it becomes legs. But he is basically the same thing. Stop becoming a midget. Not that there's anything wrong with that. This is going to be like one of my comedy reviews where nothing is going right. He is the only one in my Generation 1 collection that is like this. I'm very disappointed in that. I will get another Prowl. But until then, this will have to do. But getting back to the old text of Prowl, Prowl's function as a military strategist, and he was very much shown making some military suggestions and advising to Optimus Prime in both the television series and the comic books. Although it's disputed what his function was in the television show, sometimes he acted as second in command, but other times he acted as just a loyal follower, a soldier, who sometimes led his own task force. Being the military strategist, Prowl believes that logic is the ultimate weapon. Prowl will keep out a task for as long as it takes, strives to find reason and logic in everything. A listener, not a talker, has the most sophisticated logic center of all Autobots. Able to analyze and advise on complex combat situations almost instantaneously. Fires wire-guided incendiary missiles and high corrosive acid pellets. The unexpected can often scramble his circuits, which is probably why his death was so almost immediate in Transformers the movie. He wasn't expecting Megatron and the Decepticons to burst through the shuttle, so he was only able to fire one shot. And basically he just fires that shot as soon as he turns around. I mean, those of you who have seen the movie, he turns around, fires a shot as he turns around, and then I guess he's just looking and just sees there's 6 Constructicons, there's Skywarp, there's Thundercracker, there's Megatron held by Starscream, there's some Insecticons. I mean, there is just too many. And he just stands there as Scrapper fires that final fatal shot right in there. That corrodes his housing and just eats away at his internal mechanics. And that's the last we see of him. I think I'm going to go now. This is just bringing some bad memories of that movie. Yeah, I know I'm like 20-something years old, but I did see the movie as a child, and I do remember the cartoon being reran on television. And I was a little disappointed that when my cousin gave me his hand-me-down Transformers, Prowl wasn't among them. A laser was. This laser was, but that could have come off of Blue Streak or Smokescreen, but I like to think it came from Prowl. And that my cousin had Prowl. And then he broke him. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Please rate, subscribe, if you want to. Leave comment sections below. Use the comment section. Put down your comments. I'm sorry. It's just too much. I mean, he's just so perfect, and then he died. Also, the Autobot template, the template for the Autobot symbol, it came from Prowl. I mean, look at that, and look at that, look at that, and look at that. All right, I'm definitely gonna go now. I hope you all enjoy this review, and I'll have more Generation 1 Transformers in the near future. Alright, this is Transator 10, signing off.